People, deluded, a quick vid. Now, personally, I feel Arsenal have resources to move forward. Yes, we might not have the best budget, but I feel there's young players. At the end of the day, if scouts do their due diligence, we're not necessarily going to have the greatest team that's capable of doing this and that, but a team that the fans, for me, all week when they're at work, they can look forward to watching at the weekend or have belief that they're going to match their desire, passion, and all of these positive connotations for the club. Um, I personally feel it's got to get worse before it gets better. That's a saying in life, and it rings true. Because at the end of the day, Arsenal have not been the Arsenal of my primary school era, winning league titles, challenging United, who haven't been there themselves, etc., etc. We haven't been that. But at the end of the day, regardless of if I think it's mediocre achievements or not, we've won FA Cups. We're out of the Champions League, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, we're still, the years we've been in it to the years we're not in it has been alright, people. I'm not saying I'm happy with any of this. What I'm saying is, if we look at Arsenal's troubles away from being an Arsenal fan, it can stink a bit possibly of entitlement, because there's other fans that would love to be doing that. But by the same logic, we're Arsenal, there's expectations that come with this thing. I think it's personally got to get worse before it gets better, because you look at the budget, even if it's not the 45 million, however much it is, it's not going to be the most amazing, and there's not much room to maneuver. First and foremost, you want to see the mentality come from the top up. I look at Liverpool and I see a manager in Klopp. I see the players being brought in. More important than Klopp, arguably, because as great as Klopp is, he's not going to be at Liverpool forever. If the owners are still there, there's intent, there's desire. They're not splashing mad money, but when a player is worth it, they're going out there and doing that. And they're giving Klopp the confidence. And is it no surprise Liverpool have won Champions League? Before that, got to the final, did very well in the league last year, apart from dropping 9 points. That sort of stuff isn't reflected at Arsenal. I see specialist individuals, I see people good in the positions, people that have amongst a wealth of experience in their relative profession, whether that's law, contract negotiations, scouting, all of data analytics, all of these things, people, we've seen them collaborating, but the intent is not there. And obviously, you're seeing what Spurs are apparently spending on Dembele. United are not United, but they've got that cash. Chelsea, people can say what they want, they're in the Champions League. City and Liverpool are running away from it. We've got the most work, and we appear the most crippled by financial stuff. And on top of just having underperforming players that are not worth it and can't do this thing, it's got to get apologies, people. It's got to get worse before it gets better. It's got to, because even if you play all these young players, people, they're not going to be as competitive as the other bits of the team. I mean, other teams. Now, that's nothing wrong, because I'm sure a lot of you at the point, let's give some untested players chances. But that would make us worse, arguably. Not worse, but you know what I mean, at the same sort of level where we're at. So it's got to get worse before it gets better, man, before a change really happens, man. In regards to Stan Kroenke, apparently he's got a lawsuit relating to when he moved the LA Rams out of their hometown. Apparently he owes personal seat license holders money. I kind of paraphrase it, but apparently, long story short, I assume that means season ticket holders. If it doesn't, forgive me, but the way I made sense of it is he's basically bought the seats of season ticket holders, refunded money for 9 years, and told them they'll get back 30% of their purchase price. So he's done them dirty. And he's got £18.88 million lawsuit. And I have seen some saying 24 million. So I'm not sure of the actual figure. I'm not sure if one was in pounds and one was in dollars, but they're the two numbers I've seen, people. But this just shows you it's more of the same. We know Arsenal Football Club understand Kroenke is nothing more than collateral. It's nothing more than a means to an end. It's a pretty investment that doubles his money, that he actually hasn't put his own physical money in. It's a dictatorship. He can do what he wants, regardless of Arsenal falling away. And we really need to fall away and become not competitive for him to consider selling. We're still a top 6 club. We've still got the Adidas sponsorship. Regardless of your opinion on the players, you've still got Aubameyang, Lacazette, all of these players that are adored worldwide. So he can play up on this. Fans are still going to buy tickets and stuff and merchandise, so he can play on this. It's a means to an end. American football is his love child. American football is his passion. I mean, I don't even have to know nothing about him in his personal life. He's invested his own personal money into the LA Rams and things like that. 1.2 billion specifically in a £3 billion investment of that stadium. He hasn't put a penny into Arsenal. That shows you a man don't care. A man can sit here and say he backs Henry and he's this, he's that, and the third. But where was he at the Europa League final, people? Where was he? And again, regardless of your opinions of Emre or Raul Sanya, etc., how do you feel? How, I know they can sit here and say all the things in public, the nice replies, but how does that feel? We got battered, people. We're in the Champions League. I wish it was. We're in the Europa League final. Where's the owner of the club? You look around. Again, Abramovich weren't there, but we know why he's not there. And Abramovich typically has always been at these sort of things and stuff for Chelsea. Emre, you look around. You see a chairman that don't care. Sanye. You see, for all the criticisms of them as well. You see an owner that doesn't care. You see someone that's non-existent. You see someone that will fly his son about and stuff. This is nothing more than a dictatorship. Nothing more than a family heirloom. In the same way they've got Walmart in their family, Arsenal will remain there. It's got to get worse before it gets better, people. The catch-22 is if Emre was to get Champions League and last season and things like that, Kroenke is not going to leave. Of course, I'm not suggesting I want Arsenal to become less competitive, but the only way I can, and again, I don't want us to, so it's catch-22. But the only way I can see us really, Kroenke really leaving this club is if we, to the point where it's no longer making money, we're no longer this consistent top 6, previously top 4 club, which isn't going to happen for a number of years, if not necessarily on the sporting front. Commercially, people, Arsenal don't make the most commercially, but we're not the biggest club followed worldwide, but we're one of them, people. And you just got to see that anytime you see us go on tour. So it's nothing's going to change anytime soon, but it just, that's what sucks, on top of the many things that need to change in terms of the playing style and all of these sort of things and stuff. We're just a means to an end. And if he has got this lawsuit, surely this just means things are going to continue, people, because this club is going to get sucked dry. Again, everybody, it's not as much as I think Kroenke needs to, he's a virus on this club and he needs to cut his vice grip. He's not alone in it, people. Again, I'm not suggesting no one's as poison as him, but there are people with faults and things. For all the faults you might have of Raul Sanye, Emre, if you have any, the players, etc., it can't change unless the man at the top, people. The shepherd. If you want the sheep to change, you have to strike the shepherd, people. There's no point going after sheep. And I'm not, when I say sheep, I don't mean followers and things. Emre is just a sheep. If Kroenke says, come, let's go over there, you got to go over there. Do you get it? Same way the rest of them do. They're just sheep. It's not their club. They can try have positions for power, try mold things in their image, but ultimately it comes from the top and filters down, and it's not happening, people. People can come out here and say they love Arsenal Football Club. They're always checking for our results, but it's time and time again. It's not seen. It's not seen and it's not reflected. For all the criticism of everyone else, it stands with Kroenke, and I feel sorry for fans because as much as I support protests and things like that, what is it going to change, people, really and truly? I don't have the answers. I don't know what to do, but I know protests isn't going to change anything. Okay, let's say 100 people protest. 200 people are still going to buy tickets. 200 people are still going to sell out the new season kits and the apparel and all the other things commercially. People are still going to go and watch them in America. Do you get it, people? And I want the shirt as well. So I'm not trying to say I'm better than anyone else. But what I'm saying is, how much can it really change, people? How realistically can it change? Let's be realistic. Like, you know, if you give up your season ticket, 25 people are going to fight for that. That's why I tell people, at worst, just control your money. Obviously, it's Arsenal Football Club. It's the team a lot of us support and stuff. We like to go watch our team, innit? But control your money. Don't go unless you can afford it. Don't go unless you're prepared to be disappointed sometimes, really. Because as much as the team annoy us and stuff, nobody tells us to spend our money on this thing. We do it, so we can be angry, but we can't, because no one. If something continuously hurts you and you keep doing something, it's insanity. And us Arsenal fans are insane, because we keep supporting the thing heavy. I don't think anyone's got pre-season, new season optimism at all, really and truly. And can you really? Even if the budget isn't 45 million, we're crippled by wages and things like that. And on top of the many things that needs to happen, what is going to change, people? Who knows, man? Really and truly, who knows, man? And it is quite upsetting, but it is what it is in that regards, man. I'm going to keep it moving and get out of here. So on that note, people, deluded. I just thought I'd offer them quick opinions. I'm out.